Okay, fixed it. It's good to work out all the kinks at something like this. It's a lot so low stakes.
Yeah.
It's not super high stakes. Other one is,
No. All right. Do we want to call the meeting to order at 3:31 p.m.? This is my government stuff. So we'll do roll call. So Josh Whitmore, present, and Hannah Murray, present. And myself as a guest, and Tara online. Okay, so first order of business is we need a motion to approve the minutes from our meeting on January 29th, 2025.
yeah, I can make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Great.
Is there any way to approve, though, to like do that before a full year later?
If we reconvene governance committee before a full year later, then yes.
It's just kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Next order of business is we can do nomination of officers, committees, and then I can, or do you want me to jump ahead to the annual performance review and attestations and trainings?
This will probably be quick, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's, I sent them out to everybody,
Yeah.
so we were all up to date for everybody on our board as of 2025 for the annual policy review, financial disclosures, sexual harassment training. I sent out the new ones for 2026, so we're slowly getting those in. We are up to date on the ABO trainings for the board members for 2025. The only board member who will need renewed ABO training in 2026 is Mike Beretta. Everybody else is good till 2027 or 2028. And then we sent out a summary of the board evaluation of performance. So Tara totaled it up, and you can see where we got the, the scores and everything. So I don't know if you guys want to talk about some of the ones. I know Hannah and I have talked about setting goals for the land bank for the year and possibly setting 3-year goals so that we can kind of focus a little bit on that. I don't know what you guys, how Josh feels about it.
Yeah. About goals.
About goals, yeah. 'Cause the board sets clear and measurable performance goals for the authority that contribute to accomplishing the mission.
Yeah.
Which I just realized the agendas I printed don't have the mission statement on them. They didn't save to the PDF. I need to check why that didn't save, because I did revise the template.
Goals are great. I'm a goals guy. I'm all about that.
It
It does. It keeps things in check and ultimately striving to do better. And it's developing the goals that
Yeah.
require the time.
Choosing.
You know.
Do you want us to try doing it as a board, maybe over like the next month, deciding on like top 3 goals? I can ask
Maybe
everybody.
we can have a conversation today and then
Yeah. And we could give people time to think about like if there's something they would like to see as a goal, and maybe give them like a week or two. Say if you think of something, email, and then we can formally choose next meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work. I don't want to spring it on. Well, Ray's pretty new.
We did have it on the agenda, but yeah, we don't need to be like.
I think, yeah, we introduced it.
Should we do goals?
Right.
Like that. Yeah.
I think, yeah, introduce it. Maybe people have stuff in mind already.
Right.
That could be too. Give them benefit. Okay, so we can definitely talk about that. Anything else we want to talk about with the board eval?
I mean, there's other.
Individual board members feel empowered. There's one that somewhat disagree.
Right. Sorry. should we go about addressing that?
I think it's tricky because
I know,
only monthly.
there's only one, and it's like, it's one.
Right. Everyone else is like, we're good here.
I know, everybody except one agreed. I don't know how you address that, to be perfectly honest with you.
I guess just encourage people to.
Yeah.
Is there any way to? Do you do vote? I mean, is the email vote viable? No, it really isn't.
It technically is allowed, but we shouldn't be relying on it, which is what makes it kind of hard. A lot of where our hands are tied are with the ABO requirements. So I'm on their list. I don't know if you guys are also on their list there. They put me on it. So they just sent out a recent one saying, hey, the thing they're focusing on now is they're cracking down on the use of executive session and making sure that you have very specific language that you're using and details that you're including about what your executive session is about and not using it in certain situations. So they do sometimes go through and kind of, I guess they reviewed a bunch of public authorities and said like X% was in compliance, X% was not. And so the email votes we technically can do, but they don't like you to rely on them. They like it to be all in person.
Yeah, just thinking that could be a way to get more information out.
Right.
Yeah, and I can think of a couple cases over the past year that we did, ask for additional information, table it till the following meeting. So I obviously encourage people to share their thoughts.
Sure.
And if they're getting locked up and are afraid to say something, I think that's more of a personal thing.
Yeah. I can share that today too at the ABO meeting, just say like, hey, we encourage everybody.
Yeah.
If
there's something on your mind,
bring it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Speaking of note, I'll write it on here too. I also did bring, so we printed a copy, but I'll show it to you guys. So I do have the attendance from the year. Ralph always asks for it, so I did print it. Josh does have low attendance this year, so technically I'm supposed to address that with governance committee.
Yep.
Slap your own hands.
I know.
Slap yourself on the wrist. So basically what I usually do, like what we did with Mike last year, is just, reaffirm, do you still feel comfortable participating now that we're meeting monthly? Is there something, do we need to change dates or times to better accommodate your schedule?
I think that was kind of talking earlier, and it's because of the transition to buyout that they had meetings that aligned perfectly with this meeting. So you have to go with the place that actually feeds the family. So
totally understand.
That's the majority of the reason. I wasn't just missing because I wanted to miss. But yeah.
So you still feel comfortable?
I do. I think,
okay.
I think that things will start to, we're falling into regular meetings during the day, not late in the evening.
Right.
So that's helpful. So I don't anticipate it, maybe occasional, but I can give you as much heads up as possible.
Okay.
But yeah, I would think we're fine. And I've actually started blocking out my calendar now that we've moved over to their
once we
system,
formally set the meetings for the year,
Yep.
Tara already has them set up in Outlook to send out to everybody. And we're going to post them all at once on the website too, to just make sure our butts are covered with all of that. So
yeah, I'll block them out on my calendar, so that'll help as well.
Okay,
So
great. So cool.
we were operating on two different systems, so
I
we
figured,
weren't
and
talking, they weren't communicating, and
Okay, so those are all the kind of admin pieces of it. So I'm going to talk about who we want to recommend to the board as the slate of officers and who we want on which committees.
Do we do the policies guidelines? Do we do the F?
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, actually, no, you're right.
No, because you
Um,
said you were asking Joe.
Yes, Joe still has not sent me the email in writing. We talked about it on the phone, but I like to have it in writing from him that he's good with them. I reminded him again, but he's taking his time getting back to me with it. So as soon as I have it, I will send that to you guys.
So then we're back.
Yeah, so slate of officers, committees. So now with having 6 people right now, and then 7 once we get technically a full board. Ray, as a legislator, according to our bylaws, could be an officer, but not on a committee. But when I spoke to him, he said he's so new that he doesn't really feel comfortable being an officer at this point. He wants to kind of get more meetings under his belt. So it leaves us with Hannah, Josh, Joan, Leslie, and Mike to choose from for our committees. Right. Sorry, I just always question myself now because it's. Yeah.
No, I wrote them down.
I know, and I'm actually
I wrote 'em
looking.
down.
I was looking on here for roll calls.
Oh my goodness,
See
forgetting
yeah.
somebody.
Who all still left?
Yeah, and then Ray is on our. Yeah, Ray is the new one, so we do have 6. Okay, got it. So I don't know how we want to kind of divvy up the responsibilities between everybody.
Are there any committees that only meet in the warmer months?
Oh, good point. Finance committee generally only meets at budget time, which is like fall, September time. Governance and audit usually meet this time of year, so I wouldn't put Joan on either of those 2.
Okay. So we have an assignment for her.
So what was that for Joan?
That's where I was. Yeah.
Low hanging fruit. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. So let's write this out. Finance, governance, and then audit. I guess for both of you, would you like to stay on governance?
So,
Okay,
Yep.
so we have 2 more.
Is Leslie on any committees now?
fine.
She's on finance committee right now. She actually, oh, you know what? She called me Friday, late in the day. She asked if she could be on governance. So governance, we should be good on.
Oh, we should have had her here. Oh, but I guess.
Yeah, we have to vote her in first.
Yeah, yeah,
So there, perfect. We have 1.
Okay. Done.
Yeah, I think she said she would like to move off finance into governance if we're okay with it, which I'm totally fine with that.
So then who else is on finance?
Is Mike on that?
Mike is on it, and Ralph was on it too.
So probably leave Mike, right?
I believe Mike.
Leave Mike. And him.
Hey.
He threw you right under the bus.
Yeah.
It's a good place for him.
Are you okay with that? Okay.
As long as I'm not also on audit.
There.
I'm on audit currently.
Oh, see, this is the tough one because I think it was Ralph, Stu.
Well, Ray can participate in something, can
No, he can't be on committees as a
he?
legislator.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm sorry, I'm blanking out. I hear Leslie. Okay, so we have, oh, Hannah was on it. It was Ralph,
But I wasn't on finance.
but you weren't on finance.
Yeah.
So audit, we're pretty much starting from scratch here.
Maybe what?
What's that?
When does that meet? The audit committee?
It will be, so probably sometime March. This one, because we're due 90 days after the end of the fiscal year.
Okay.
And so we'll have to approve it in March.
And Joan's not back until April.
Correct. I know. And she did say, she's like, if that's going to be, an issue, but I don't want to hemorrhage her entire board.
No,
Because she was like,
I'm
I'll sit
not.
down, and I was like, no.
No, just trying to fit.
Yeah, I know, trying to figure out who can fit where. Um,
How many you gotta have? 3?
3.
This selection's really thin, so.
Yeah.
Anna's already at.
I think-
Yeah, I'm on 2.
Yeah. So should we throw Josh under the bus this time?
Yeah.
We're gonna be on
I'll-
it. And we can change this again by next year when hopefully we have a full 7 people and that'll give us one more person to intersperse, you know?
Yep.
Okay, so Josh,
Mike and Leslie.
Mhm.
I'm good with that.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll, of course, when everybody's here, make sure that they're comfortable, which I think they should be. Everybody's pretty amenable, I think.
Yeah.
So all of it, okay, so. Okay, that's good. And then we can figure out, do we want to nominate the chairs for each of those committees?
What do they usually do within the committee? How's that?
Technically lead the meeting, but I usually do.
Can they nominate the chair within the meeting or no?
Usually I think the full board does it because we usually list it out on the agenda, but I didn't because we haven't had governance and I didn't know who we wanted to. Do you want me to just ask at the regular meeting and say who of you would like to be the official chair? Okay. We'll do that quick. I'll edit the list.
Was Ralph the chair for all of them?
No, interestingly, your board chair is not supposed to be a committee chair.
Gotcha.
I really delved into the
It's
ABL
true, we're being
requirements.
here for every meeting.
He would attend, yeah, so he would attend every meeting, but he was not the chair.
Okay.
For each of the committees. Chairs. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay. Just checking the time, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, where's my actual agenda for today? Here. Okay, so then I think other appointments and nomination of officers. So our other appointments are things like, I'm technically right now the Freedom of Information Officer if someone sends a FOIL request. Joe Mayor's office is the Code of Ethics Officer, and then Bowers is the internal controls. Are we good with keeping them? I'm okay keeping all of them at this point.
Let's say yes.
Howard is doing the books, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the audit is what?
Bonadio.
That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll keep all those the same, so that's easy.
Yep.
and
What's the story on Joe?
so
There's been conversation
Yes.
over the past few years about.
I don't want to just completely dump it on and say, hey, we're completely done with you.
Sure.
I also have reached out to a number of attorneys. I'm waiting to hear back from Rhonda Pasto about doing our local real estate transactions. I've emailed her twice now and she hasn't responded, which has me a bit nervous.
Sure.
I did reach out to John Sid's office. He's the land bank specific attorney. And typically what they do is they will just provide consultation for you on land bank specific questions. So I would ask him our more technical questions, specifically about 81 North and how we might want to restructure that in the future.
Sure.
I don't have anybody that's willing to do our contract review, because every time we have a contract, even if I use the same boilerplate, we technically have to send it to our attorney for review and approval. So at this point, I would be okay keeping Joe since he's familiar with how things work and have him for that. Give us a little more time to figure out if there's somebody else that might long-term want to do work for the land bank.
Okay.
It's kind of slim pickings for attorneys in this area, which is tough. And I will say, I got a preliminary price from John Sid's office. He said, now keep in mind, this is his price, and very often he has paralegals that do work for him, but his price is $460 per hour. So, which we were expecting. That's what you get, but that's why we would not use him for everything. I was like, I'm not going to be paying that to have a contract reviewed. If I have a technical question, that's when we would reach out to him. So
Is Lily Hines a conflict of interest?
I don't know. I could find out.
maybe so. Because she does have a little side practice.
Yeah. Yeah, we can look into it.
Well, the late Burden. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's Hank Hines'
Yeah.
daughter. They were Hank. They own the loft. Judy's loft.
Oh, yeah.
Hank was, there was Jeff Donahue and then Hank Hines. That's his daughter.
Why would that be couple?
She's the assistant DA.
Ah. Okay.
I don't think it would be, but let me look into it to know for sure.
Sure.
Okay, nomination of officers. I know Hannah and I had a conversation about this. I was going to make my recommendation to have Mike move into the chair position simply because of proximity for our signatures. But I know Hannah, you had expressed interest as well. I don't know if you spoke, because you said that you were going to reach out to Josh and to Mike and everything. So I don't know what you guys are feeling about all of that. If we move Mike to chair, then we have to backfill the treasurer. Assuming that we keep Leslie as secretary.
My personal opinion is I like Hannah there better. I understand the proximity piece of it, but I think Mike's got his hands in enough stuff. That's my personal thing. I think Hannah would be a good fit for that role. She is the vice chair already. That's my feeling. So.
How are you still feeling?
I mean, equal parts like excited and nervous. I don't know. Like there's a lot of exciting stuff ahead for the land bank. I don't want to step on Mike's toes, but I do think it was Ralph's intent with me as vice chair, for me to kind of step into that. I had asked you a little bit about like how often the signatures were needed and that kind of thing. I mean, generally, because I'm a school board president too, and you get to sign stuff for that, and generally they'd be like, this is coming next week or whatever. Like,
it does happen though, where we have things from HR that come in that need to be signed quickly. So as long as you're okay with that. I will say when I did talk to Mike, and I don't know if he said this to you, he said to me that after Ralph resigned, he came to him and said, so you're going to run this thing, right? Ralph did not say that to me. I did not have those conversations with him. So I don't know what Ralph's intention was. He left so abruptly.
I know that Ralph's intention entirely matters to me.
Yeah, and like that is true, that he's no longer here.
And obviously he's probably guilty of recruiting me, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, I think I have I'm pretty.
So your reservations with Mike are that he's got too much on his plate?
Yeah, there's more than that, but I just.
he did recently take over, he said, council of government for the county as well.
Yeah, he definitely has his paws on a lot of stuff, and I just. Prior to this year, he struggled to be here.
It was because of cheerleading.
Yeah, I
Right.
get it. We all have our reasons, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I feel pretty strongly about Hannah in that role personally, but I don't know. I mean, I totally understand that the need for sometimes an occasional need for a signature, but I think that we could probably work through those hiccups.
Okay, so who would you like? So just change Hannah. Then who would you like for vice chair?
So right now, Mike's treasurer. Who's secretary?
Leslie.
She's been here as long as I've been here as well, or longer than I've been here. She's one of the.
Mike has been here the longest.
Yeah.
There aren't the signing things, check signer is totally separate from.
Authorized signatories, we have to decide on that as well.
Yeah.
We can do that as a board.
Do you want to move Mike up to vice chair, or do you want to put somebody else in? Do you want to put somebody else in as vice chair or as treasurer? And our options
Yeah, our
are,
options are basically Joan or Josh.
and then this will be revisited next January when we have 7.
I don't have a hard opinion about that, about vice chair. It's one of those roles that you're just the backup plan, so.
Right, if the chair misses a meeting, that person runs
Yeah,
the meeting. which
Exactly,
that's-
so you're
that's
just the
biggest-
backup plan.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't have a strong opinion about that.
Up to you guys.
understood.
So Leslie, Joan's biggest, obviously, is the first few months out of the year, there's that potential.
So that's probably not a great fit, because if.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Mike, and then you just move around the treasurer position.
Okay, so if Mike is vice chair, is that what you're?
I'm fine with that. I don't have a strong opinion. I mean, if he's doing a great job at treasurer, maybe we leave him there. I don't
think there are any treasurer duties.
there aren't any
0.
treasurer. Oh, that's not nice.
He reviews the financials for us, and then he also signs all the checks.
Well, that's separate. Check signer is separate.
It can be separate, but he does review all the financials. And as treasurer, that's why they put him as a check signer.
Well, I asked what his roles were, his duties were as treasurer, and he said none.
I don't know. Maybe it makes sense if he's a signer.
But he could still be a signer,
Yeah, he could still be a signer anywhere. But
because
yeah.
Marty was the other signer.
Yeah, just I don't have a strong opinion about that.
Right,
If
it
it makes
just
sense
makes-
to have him as a vice chair, that's fine.
And he could still be a check signer.
Yes.
And then who to plug in as treasurer? Maybe treasurer?
But I'll do whatever you need me to. What about Leslie?
She doesn't want it.
Leslie's
doesn't want
secretary.
Okay. That's not, yeah.
Okay.
It's so difficult when there's only a few of us.
Yeah. And then the full board votes on this slate anyway, right? Cool. So that feels better to have
Okay.
a group conversation.
Sure.
Okay. Any other topics we want to discuss as governance committee?
Other appointment stuff we did, that was like FOIA and whatnot, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and we can adjourn at 3:59, just so you know.
Timing is everything.
Okay. Let everybody in, and then we'll switch. Come on in, everybody. And the agenda should be up there.
Annual first, right?